Right, here we are. We are in VP4 and we are looking at the page, the main sign-up page for the 2024 8-Ball World Championships. Now, the rules are 8-Ball World rules. There were 32 seats in the tournament, and the good news is that we have a full field. Now, this tournament will go live at 11 p.m. GMT, that is, on Wednesday, September the 11th, 2024. If we look at the players who signed up, we have, well, Albinario. At the moment, he's still going for another Virtual World Snooker title. His match with Keith goes tonight as I speak. That's August the 27th. We have Balls, who signed up, Bankster, Bedhead, Bobby Barris, Brainfill Out, Casino Jim, Charlie Bravo, Chris, Cobra, Cold as Pillow, DJ Simon, Fast Eddie, Hazard, Jeeves, Jose McEwen, Larry, MC _ Clarkey, One Pocket Slim, Progressive Pool, Rabbi or Rabbi, You Know Who, Real Poland Power, bracket Stub, Rosin or Roshin, I don't know how you pronounce it, Sergeresh, Skull Shooter, Slugs, Spectre Dawn, still going for his maiden Virtual World title, which is well overdue, Tam, Thunderbuster, brackets Popman, Trucker Tom, Viking 210, and U Plonker Rodney, brackets, we all know him as semi-pro. Now, looking at this list of players, the one disaster we had in the Virtual World Snooker Championship was the incredible amount of forfeits. Now, looking at this, with one or two of the names, there will still be forfeits. I'm going to stick my neck in the block and say that. There are one or two signed up to this that we will never see the light of again. Hopefully not too many. But we have a very interesting bracket. Let's look at the draw. If we go from top to bottom, we've got... Did I mention Fast Eddie was in it? I don't even remember mentioning Fast Eddie. But anyway, Fast Eddie is in it. And he has drawn Slugs in the first round. And Ravi has got Tam. And Cold as Pillow plays DJ Simon. So that's the first tie that could be interesting, because there might not be a great deal between these two. Bear in mind the tournament is 8-Ball World. It is on the 9-foot table. I suppose if you go by table time, Cold as Pillow would be the favourite. Now, I don't know that he plays a lot of 8-ball. Simon doesn't play a lot at all of any game, but he knows how to pop balls. So it could be a bit of a test for Cold as Pillow. I think his first outing in one of these Virtual World Championships, certainly 8-ball that is. We've got Bankster against Viking. Bankster should be favourite for that. We've got Popman against U Plonker Rodney, semi-pro. Well, semi-pro is going to be the strong favourite for that, although Popman likes a game of 8-ball and he's not to be underestimated, but the question there is whether Popman could stay the distance with semi-pro. And of course the main skill there is getting shape on the set of balls that you're potting, and the one thing that semi-pro should be far more adept at is certainly doing that in comparison to Popman over the full term of the match, that is. Then we've got Skull Shooter against Bobby Barris. Again, Skull Shooter with that name is relatively recent as far as I know to VP4, and he's also into doing a wee bit of streaming as well. Bobby Barris, he probably hasn't played him before, but having seen Skull Shooter He's a wee bit sort of hit and miss, but I still think he'll probably hit more than Bobby Barris will, so he should be favourite for that match. We've got Brainful Out and Charlie Bravo. I'll put my head in the block here. Brainful Out should have too much game for Charlie Bravo. And then we've got the tie of the round. We have Cobra against his arch enemy, Real Poland Power. And we all know what happened in that Virtual 9-Ball World Championship final. Hopefully Stubb has long past learned his lesson about that. But it's Cobra against Stubb in the first round in the 8-Ball World Championship. I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got Larry, and there's another cracker of a tie. Two of them back to back. We've got Larry from the US against Spectre Dawn in the first round. That's going to be a belter of a tie as well. Spectre Dawn and Larry, both of whom, well, Larry of course will be around for donkey's years, as long as I have, and even longer in virtual pool. And Larry has been there. He's been on the brink of winning titles, and he hasn't got himself over the line yet. And straight off the bat, he's got a huge hurdle to overcome in Spectre Dawn. Spectre Dawn, of course, though, is 9-ball. Now, he can move the ball in 9-ball very well. He can deal with problems in 9-ball very well. But this is 8-ball. This is a full rack of balls. And that requires a bit more detail. So it's going to be a very close battle between them two. I think that match could certainly go either way. Larry certainly get plenty of game to give Spectre Dawn problems in that tie. I'm looking forward to that as well. We've got Progressive Pool, who showed his face in... What the hell tournament was it he was in the other night there? Was it Friday Night 9-Ball he was in? And I got my first look at him. And he hasn't played an awful lot. He hasn't got a big rating, but he is not a numpty. But he's not going to be good enough, I don't think, to beat Matt. Matt, again, a long-term VP player. He should come out on top in that match. Progressive Pool will be in too deep in that first round tie. We've got Balls against Trucker Tom. Goodness knows whether either of them are going to appear. We have Sergeresh against Bedhead. Now again, Sergeresh can pop balls, and he could certainly get some racks off Bedhead, but again, Bedhead at a different level, and he should win that one reasonably comfortably, I would suspect, but you never know. We've got Hazard in against Jeeves. That could be a close tie. It's strange. It's a strange one to call because, again, a lot of these players don't play 8-ball, period. They don't go near it. And then suddenly they're in a tournament like this, so that might end up being a toss of a coin. Who's going to win that? You've got Jose against Casino Jim. Now, again, a very close tie. Jim, I've only ever really seen playing Cowboy on my days off. He does play the odd tournament in the morning, maybe a 9-ball or whatever, sometimes, but I've never seen Casino Jim playing 8-ball. I still think, though, that Jose should come out and top in that, provided Jose plays sensibly enough. I would think he still might be potting balls better than Jim, and probably move the ball a wee bit better than Jim. You've then got another cracker of a tie. We've got 3 brilliant first round ties in this tournament. You've got One Pocket Slim and Albinario, and of course anything can happen in that match. You've got guys who can move the ball well, pot well, and there's going to be loads of strategy in 8-ball, of course. You know, the one thing that Slim can match Albie's certainly potting balls. Albie's ability to adapt to all games. Everybody should know that. If you haven't learned that now, where have you been? So Slim's going to be up against it, as is Albinario. They won't take each other lightly at all, but it's again going to be a great tie to watch those two going at it head to head. We've finally got Chris and Roisin. Haven't a clue whether Chris will show or Roisin will show. I don't know. I cannot comment on those two. So out of the whole of that, we've got 3 ties of the tournament to start off first round. So we're looking forward to it. Now, just a quick reminder on the deal here, what the setup is. It's double elimination. Races to 11 on the winner's side. Races to 9 on the one loss side, and a final to 15. You've got the usual 10-minute timeout to join the room. Thereafter, if you have a disconnect, it's 5 minutes to get back into the room. There is a shot clock, it's 35 seconds. You've got 2 15-second extensions in each rack. The location is the Monte Carlo room, which is the billiard room. And the table is Deep Pockets, which is the one, I think Cobra doesn't like Deep Pockets. I don't know why, but anyway, it's the tournament table with narrow pockets and alternate break. 3 fouls isn't in 8-ball world. Jump cues are off, lagged for the break, and it is a call shot game, so non-obvious shots, the usual rule. Non-obvious shot should be called. You're force called on the 8-ball anyway, I think. So that is now, what's it saying here for a shot? Blah 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 blah. It's just a lot of blub. Anyway, that tournament is the 11th of September, so I'm looking forward to that. No more seats available, and I'll be live streaming as many as I can, and hopefully, depending on the time zones, hopefully Slim can catch 1 or 2 as well, depending on when those matches go ahead. So I hope to see you there. We will see you again soon.